Okay, so today we're going to look at reasons for a court hierarchy. There are 4 reasons that you need to know: doctrine of precedent, appeals, specialization, and administrative convenience. You also need to know problems with the court hierarchy, and the key skill for this area of the study design is to be able to justify the existence of the court hierarchy. You need to be able to provide reasons for the court hierarchy, weigh them up with the problems, and come to a conclusion. So you should be familiar with the court hierarchy by now, with the High Court at the top, and the Court of Appeals, the Supreme Court, the County Court, and the Magistrates Court at the bottom of the Victorian court hierarchy. The first reason for a court hierarchy that we look at is the doctrine of precedent. The court hierarchy essentially allows for the doctrine of precedent to operate. The higher courts make decisions that are binding on lower courts in the same hierarchy, and the ratio decidendi, the reason for that decision, establishes the precedent to be followed. That provides consistency and predictability by ensuring that similar cases are treated in a similar manner. A precedent just wouldn't be possible without a court hierarchy, so we'd have no way of telling which decision of the courts should take precedent over the other, so we wouldn't be able to provide consistency and predictability in the law. Secondly, the second reason is for appeals, that if dissatisfied with a decision, parties can appeal to a higher court. That provides fairness and allows for mistakes to be corrected. Again, appeals just wouldn't be possible without a court hierarchy because there'd be no higher courts to appeal to. The third reason is specialization. The courts develop expertise in their jurisdiction. Lower courts are able to be familiar with minor cases that need to be dealt with efficiently, and higher courts are expert in hearing complex cases. We also have specialist courts such as the Children's Court and the Family Court to deal with specialised areas of law. Again, without a court hierarchy, these courts wouldn't be able to develop that sort of specialisation. Lastly, we have administrative convenience. Again, the court hierarchy allows for the distribution of cases according to their seriousness. More serious and complex cases are heard in higher courts, and minor cases can be heard quickly and cheaply in the lower courts. That allows judges and legal personnel to be allocated to courts according to their level of expertise. So the better judges and lawyers are able to work in the higher courts like the Supreme Court and the higher court, and the less experienced judges and legal personnel work in the Magistrates Court and the County Court. So just again, we've got the 4 reasons for a court hierarchy: the doctrine of precedent, appeals, specialization, and administrative convenience. There are a few problems with the court hierarchy. It can be confusing as to which court the case should be heard in. There is a duplication of administration costs, which increases the cost involved with running a court hierarchy. There can be too many appeals, that people can often appeal in an attempt to delay justice. And there's a thought that everyone should have access to the best judges, that regardless of what the case is, it's important to the people involved, and they should have access to the best judges and the best lawyers in the best courts. So finally, it's important to just make an evaluation about the existence of the court hierarchy. We could say that having one court may reduce some of the problems involved, but would create difficulties mixing minor cases with more complex issues. Overall, that while some problems exist, the court hierarchy works well and should be retained. That's it.